Hello, I'm Irina Baker. I'm a spiritual self-awareness mentor, and I would like to take this opportunity to tell you a short story of my own journey with divine guidance science and talk about a little bit about divine guidance science and why it is so important to include them in your life. I started in 1995. I had a profound moment of spiritual awakening in 1995. And 2 days after that profound moment, I suddenly had an intuition or an urge to go to our American chain bookstore, Barnes and Noble. And I went there. I am an avid reader, very avid reader, but at that particular time, it was interesting because I went to Barnes and Noble and ran to some specific shelf. I never saw the shelf before, never cared, and suddenly I'm seeing New Age shelf, metaphysical books, and I am suddenly very interested. And that's because prior to that moment of spiritual awakening, I was a complete muggle. What muggle means is J.K. Rowling's is, thank you for the term, right? Muggle means simply the person who is not awakened spiritually. So we call them muggles. No judgment, no anything. It's just the statement. And so I was a muggle, and then suddenly I woke up and I became interested in spiritual subjects. And that's where I was guided to the metaphysical bookstore New Age shelf. I mean, to Barnes and Noble's New Age shelf. And I got a pile of books on different topics, spiritual topics to read. And an interesting phenomenon happened. I would pick a book from a pile and then would read it. And then the second book I would pick from the pile randomly, seemingly randomly, but it actually was building on the first one. So it was amazing how I was guided every book at a time to really read them in an order that I would understand, and I would start gradually building my knowledge base. For a year, I've been exclusively reading the books, and I don't think I did much healing work at all because it was a preparation for my future journey. And but I was introduced to first two lessons. And one of the lessons was I was introduced to divine guidance science, the existence of them, because I had no idea. So I did not invent the science. They existed before, they exist now, and they will exist after me a long time. But I actually perfected the system, designed the system, perfected, time tested, and so forth. And I use it all the time. And so at that moment, I started using and started learning and started observing about divine guidance science. Nobody taught me. It was all intuitive. It was all through divine guidance, through divine downloads. So I would observe specific occurrences. I would observe patterns and systems within the science. And that's how I became very well versed in it and started using the science, and I tested them. And I tested so I could trust them, because people think it's something cute and whatever, but they don't really trust the science. So that's what I was doing, learning to exactly take them on that level where it's serious and its practical application. And since then, I've been doing it for 27 years. So 27 years, after 27 years, 24/7, non-stop dealing with science, I could say I'm the queen of divine guidance science. And here I am sitting on a high chair right now, like a throne, appointing myself as the queen of divine guidance science. And so through my experiences, because first, I didn't share it with anybody. I was only doing it for myself and learning and testing and proving and trusting and so forth. But then gradually I started sharing and teaching it to my clients. And so gradually I already have generations of clients who have learned the system and they're using them in practical application in everyday life. And so I found from my experience with sharing this divine guidance science topic with people who are not really my clients. So they have two problems, or rather, I see two problems. Of course, it's not the problem with people, but just I see two problems. The first one is people do not take divine guidance signs seriously. They think it's something cute, it's some metaphysical topic that you read about on a weekend. It doesn't really apply to anything because you cannot trust. They don't even think about trust. They just discard it because it's nothing serious. And that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. So the second problem is that people, even if they, let's say, if they see that I do it, they don't see it. So they say, okay, well, I don't see the signs. Therefore, they discard the signs. So even if they believe that I see the signs, but they do discard the signs, so it's still big mistake. And the reason that I say it's a big mistake, because literally my client said it makes life magical. Divine guidance signs make life magical. I said it the same way. My clients said it the same way, because divine guidance signs guide you in the right direction. They create a feeling of connection. You really feel connected to the spirit world. You are not fully you're not fully sucked into the physical anymore. You know, and you are aware of the spirit world. And then you learn to trust it. Your faith grows. The benefits are tremendous, and the benefits are a lot of benefits. So I would suggest and encourage you to give it a try and really know or learn divine guidance signs, because I know it will make your life magical as well. But of course, it's not just one-time deal. It's not like, oh, let me watch a video and I will be an expert in it. No, as my clients discovered, and I actually am doing right now interviews with my clients about divine guidance science journey, because they name even 10 months that they couldn't see the signs. But after 10 months of perseverance and learning and practicing and doing it and being encouraged by others in the group, they were able to get initiated into our club. I call it Magical Club. Now, suddenly I made up this name. But the truth is, you have to start. If you want that, you have to start. And so I'm inviting you to join us, me and others, in a small, very interactive group. And it's a Divine Guidance Science Challenge. Ask and you shall receive the answers, which is exactly true. And it's only 4 days, 1.5 hours each class. It's from December 1st through December 4th. To register, go to giftfromIrina, IRINA.com/challenge. giftfromIrina.com/challenge. It's absolutely free. You have nothing to lose, but you are to gain the whole new world. And it's fascinating and very, very practical. So I do encourage you to join, and I cannot wait to see you there, because it will be a small group, very interactive. You're not just learning something, you are actually participating and doing it. So see you on the other side, so to speak. See you on the side of divine guidance science. Bye.